On the slope of Mount Golesz, in a poor mud hut, lived the hermit Szczibor. He was a man deeply devoted to prayer and a life of chastity.
Hail Mary, full of grace.
One stormy night, a mysterious pilgrim arrived at the mud hut.
I have heard about your pious life, Szczibor. I have come to give you the power to heal the sick and perform miracles. What am I hearing? After all, I'm just a humble recluse who tries to renounce my desires. The gift of working miracles? How is this even possible? Take this book with a magic spell. However, I warn you, use it wisely. Otherwise, the magical words will open the way not only to power, but also to curses.
Then the pilgrim left, leaving Szczibor a book full of secrets. A few years later, the Tatars attacked Polish lands. Szczibor took the book and used its power.
Let there be strength that will drive away the enemy.
Suddenly, numerous knights' troops appeared under the mountainside. They furiously attacked the Tatars, causing them a disastrous defeat. The victorious Szczibor built a powerful castle, of which he became the absolute ruler. Then the former humble hermit changed beyond recognition.
This is my fortress, the symbol of my power. I am the savior of the nation, and I deserve a beautiful wife.
Soon Szczibor married the daughter of the Lord of Odrzykoń. Unfortunately, he did not remain faithful to her for a long time. Another noble's daughter caught his eye, and he brought her to Golesz by force. Just before the wedding, the unfortunate woman jumped from the window into the abyss. On the same day, his legal wife died of despair and grief. At midnight, a fiery spirit appeared before Szczibor.
I warned you, Szczibor, and you didn't listen. For your actions, I will kidnap you to the depths of hell.
Szczibor was engulfed by the fires of hell, and his castle burned down along with it. This is how a folk legend describes the rise and fall of the Golesz Castle. In fact, we know very little about its origins. The history of the stronghold, which dates back to 1319, begins with a document confirming a dispute over ownership. At that time, the castle was owned by the Benedictine monks, but the Sandomir's chamberlain, Jakub Bogoria, claimed it. Ultimately, Bogoria won the dispute and promised to rebuild the stronghold that his ancestors had built at the turn of 13th and 14th centuries.
Unfortunately, fate did not spare the castle. The first serious destruction occurred in 1474. Hungarian troops then rolled through its walls. Yet the castle rose from the ashes. Bah! It probably even gained a new, modernized shape. The real tragedy came later, during the invasion of George II Rákóczi's troop in 1657. After the defeat of the defenders, the castle began to decline rapidly. Less than 30 years later, documents described it as long desolate.
The castle fell into disrepair over the following centuries, until in the 19th century it remains caught by the attention of a wealthy textile entrepreneur. Achilles Johannot quickly turned his ruins into the center of his park. He created it in the English type that was fashionable at that time. The garden abandoned Baroque artificiality in favor of nature and freedom. Unfortunately, it did not stand the test of time, and the remains of the building were demolished by the local population.
But what did the castle look like at the height of its power? It had a shape similar to oval, with two cylindrical towers. They were located in the northern and western curtains of the perimeter walls. In the southern part there was a gate building, the remains of which have survived to this day. Relics of the northern bash, preserved directly under the courtyard surface, are also visible.
Archaeological research has been carried out here in recent years. Thanks to these works, it was possible to capture the basic course of the curtain of the castle walls. In the central part of the castle maiden, relics of a residential building were found. It was probably burned down at the end of the 15th century, probably during the Hungarian invasion.
And although Szczybor is a fictional character, one of the starostas of the castle was a probably known, other than Zindram from Maszkowice, an important participant in the Battle of Grunwald.
But that's a topic for a completely different story.